Hey guys, good morning and welcome to day 7 of 100 Days of Favor. If you haven't already got your favorite journal so you can join this journey in writing, make sure you go to bit.ly/days of favor to download your journal. And it's so important, we talked about yesterday, to put the things that you are dedicated to in your life in writing. And right about now, you need to be dedicated to your greatness. You need to be dedicated to your next level. You need to be dedicated to being all that God has created you to be and then some. And I think that sometimes we forget how just important we are to the Most High and how diligent He was in fashioning us as original creations. And so today, we're going to be talking about how you're God's greatest miracle and that you are a designer creation in and of yourself. And that is sometimes important for us, even as we seek out these brand names, even as we want to wear our Dolce and Gabbana and we want this Goyard bag and we want this designer and that designer. You're seeking something that you already are. I'm going to let that catch up to you for a minute. When it comes to brands, you are one of the most unique brands ever created. Other than snowflakes. Because you know they say no two snowflakes are the same. When it comes to you and your individuality, your personality, your looks, your greatness, your gifts, your talents, everybody is 100% different. And it's critical that you realize that on this journey and stop seeking what you already are. Amen. Because you already are a designer creation. So that's what we're going to be talking about this morning. If you haven't already shared the broadcast, make sure you share the broadcast. You know, when you talk about designer brands, we buy them for a reason, okay? So take, for instance, Louis Vuitton. People buy that luggage because of its durability, because of its high quality. But you're more durable than a Louis Vuitton. You've seen more struggle, more strife. You've been through more stuff and are more custom than a Louis Vuitton. You can go in the store and buy the same Louis Vuitton somebody else has. No one can go in the store and get the same you. Amen. It's impossible for anybody anywhere to replicate who you are. A lot of people love Tiffany's jewelry because it's beautiful, but in terms of beauty, you're more beautiful than any Tiffany's jewelry, if nothing else, but simply because there's not another you. And I think once we wrap our minds around just how wonderful and great and blessed that we are, we will stop struggling, playing small, wishing we were somebody else, wishing we had more. You know, we've got to understand we have everything we need to be successful. Are we using it? Are we happy with what we have? Do we even realize the greatness and the ability of what we have? Especially when it comes to living our next level. We've got to stop thinking that a Rolex watch is more important than we are as a brand. We're more timely than Rolex. We're more persistent than Nike. We're greater than all of the brands ever created combined. If we would just look inside, if we would just stop thinking that we need something else, something more. Oh, when I get my college degree, well, I can't do this because I'm not certified or I'm not qualified. What will the people say about me if I do this, that, or the other? All of those things have to stop. And we've got to start leveraging our greatness, leveraging what God put inside of us to be the true millionaires that we were created to be. And not just wealthy in bank account, but wealthy in peace and wealthy in spirituality, wealthy in health, having everything we desire and more across the board. So if you haven't already gotten your 100 Days of Favor journal, make sure you grab yours today for only $19 at bit.ly/days of favor. Because one of the things that I realized at an event that I hosted this weekend is that we don't affirm ourselves enough. We're quick to tell this person that they look great. We're quick to tell this person how talented they are and how gifted. But are you telling yourself? Are you reminding yourself? Are you calling yourself higher to do more? Are you challenging what you have every day? We talked yesterday about living in expectation. Do you come every day with a greater expectation that God is about to perform miracles in your life? Do you come every day and challenge the status quo? Just because everybody else is living like that doesn't mean you have to live like that. Are you looking around you and questioning, does God want me at this job? The subject yesterday was, I want everything God has for me. And that includes my freedom. I want everything God has for me. That includes good health. I want everything God has for me. And that includes my abundance. And when we said that Jesus came, not just so that we could have life, but so that we could have abundantly. I don't want to live just mediocre. I want to live in abundance. I don't want to just live regular. I want to live designer. I want to have more money than McDonald's. I want to have more customers than Starbucks. And it's all ours for the asking. And we got to make sure that we're not asking for less. We got to make sure that we're not doing the bare minimum. We got to make sure that in everything we do, we understand exactly who we are to the Creator. We understand the dominion that He placed upon our life to do great things. The power He instilled inside of us. He said He created us in His image. So are we leveraging our creativity? Are we leveraging our God-given power? Or are we turning over to what man has said we can do? I tell you guys, when you start opening your eyes to all the ideas that God is sending you, to all of the promise that God has made over your life, every day when you wake up, you're going to say to yourself, this is not what God had intended for me. These are not the miracles. These are not the blessings. And so let me get up and get out into the world so that I can claim those things that God has promised to me. That I said last night, God is not UPS that He would deliver it to your doorstep. God is not Federal Express that He would deliver it to your doorstep. He made it crystal clear in the Word that there are actions required to redeem your greatness. Whether, like He told a man at the pool of Bethesda, pick up your mat. Jesus was always telling somebody to take action. You have not because you ask not. Asking is an action. When he says knock and the door will be open, knock is an action. Good morning, Frida. Good morning, CC. So if you're not knocking, if you're not moving, if you're not sowing, if you're not leaping, if you're not running, then what are you doing? And how do you think that all of these things will be added unto you? Some of you are not even believing. And it's evident. It's evident. So it's time for you to get on the move. There's definitely more on the other side. Don't keep doubting your greatness. God has already spoke of it. Don't keep doubting your resources. God has already spoke on it. The more you doubt your greatness, the more you doubt your ability to get where you're going, the more things are going to stand in your way. So don't allow anything to stand in your way. And that's part of you being a designer. You're a designer image because God made you specifically for whatever obstacles you're going to encounter. Your purse ain't made to carry any weight, but you are. Those red bottoms ain't made to travel in any type of situation, but you are. Good morning, Tarika. So the faster you understand that you are a designer brand worth more than anything God has ever or will ever create, the faster that understanding is up in your bank account, the faster that understanding is going to line up in your spirit, and the faster that understanding is going to manifest itself into a life that you really want and a life that you really deserve. I'm going to go out and get out of here because I was super late this morning. I had every intention of going live at 6:15. Went in my room with that lavender diffuser, laid across the bed for a few minutes, and I was out of here. But again, guys, grab your favorite journal, bit.ly/days of favor, only $19. My goal is to do this for at least 6 months. My goal is to do this for at least 6 months. So I will see you guys later today and have an amazing, amazing Thursday. Love you guys and welcome to the 1st of July.